How's it? Welcome to episode 4 of Lessons from the Best. Holistic tips, tricks, insights to help you improve your golf. And basically, these are just quips from my book, which is available at back9press.com/Immelman. And just search for it, you'll find it. Now, each one of these 18 chapters in the book are from our guests. And the goal of the book was to summarize the information and basically get a manual to help you to improve your game from the top of your head, the inside of your head, to the soles of your feet, to the tips of your fingers. We are all about game improvement here. And all of my guests who've earned a chapter in this book, because each chapter is a different guest, has really earned it. They were either voted by our fans or chosen by me or my publisher. But the goal was really to empower you to bring out your best stuff and make smart decisions about your game. So today's lesson is from chapter 16, and it's Justin Leonard, major champion. Saw him a couple of weeks ago at the President's Cup. Just a bright mind and a guy who was always true to himself. And in fact, the chapter's name is My Golf DNA. And Justin did Justin as well as anyone else. And he was kind of a giant slayer. And so to me, just a great model for anyone who wants to get the best out of his or herself. And so here's the quote that I built the chapter on. And this is Justin Leonard. Justin says, "Keep putting the work in. The scores aren't always indicative of what's going on with your game. I always had," this is Justin, "a longer range forecast." He continues, "It's really so easy to get caught in the short term because you've got a scorecard in your pocket. You know you've got to go post a score, either to compete with your buddies or maybe you're playing in a golf tournament. But to have a long-range view of things, in my opinion, is so important." Now, you can hear there, or the chapter is about my golf DNA or being true to yourself. But I love what Justin says there, and I think there's so much to be learned from that quote of his, is to keep things or to keep your mind on the prize. Because golf has a few guarantees. And one of them is that there's going to be adversity. And you're going to struggle with your game at some stage, one stage or the other. And then you'll likely be working on things. And when you're working on things, you almost put the pressure on yourself to achieve and to do the right thing. But what Justin's saying there is to say, look, yes, I know because you're playing in a tournament, you want to shoot well. But throughout his career, he kept his eye on the prize. He did his best today. He gave it his best all the time in practice or competition or whatever. But he wasn't bound by the tyranny of the urgent. I'm particularly close to this because I work with golfers and there's always another tournament, another goal, another round to play. And you want to play well, and almost unbeknownst to yourself, you put extra pressure on yourself. So as Justin recommends to keep the long-range view, I just want to build on that and say, set your goals. By all means, put a time limit on them, but don't be bound by them. Don't let goals bind you and shackle you and handcuff you in such a way that you almost can't play free. And you get out there and you're almost trying too hard. Keep that long-range focus. It'll free you up. And the one thing I know for certain, golfers who are swinging free are golfers who are likely to play well. Golfers who are tight and anxious and concerned with result are golfers that are going to play tight and anxious. And as soon as they make a mistake, the whole thing starts tumbling and crumbling down mentally and emotionally. And eventually, your physical gifts will go alongside and they will wane. So keep that long-range focus. Work hard, keep the long-range focus, trust what you're doing, know what you're doing, understand what you're doing, know yourself. It will lead to better scores.